My name's Adele and welcome to Toadstool House Art. So I'm cold, that's why I'm dressed like this, because this is probably the coldest room in the house. So I've got my scarf on already because I'm going to be out here making things for a while for my first convention that's coming up, because I have quite a few bits to do, mostly badges. I haven't made badges in ages, like a really long time, but I've got my own badge maker. I like to press them myself. I have gone with like companies before, but you save a lot of money doing it yourself. It's just the time that it takes. So yeah, I've got that to do. A bunch of convention preps. I'm not quite sure what's going to be in this vlog. But yeah, I'm just going to be really busy. I'm going to try and film as much as possible, but sort of I wouldn't be surprised if this vlog was just a mishmash of all bits that I've been up to. So yeah, it's a bit frantic around here, but thank you for coming, and I hope this vlog makes sense. Okay, so it's been a few days since I've actually filmed anything, because I have been working on doing designs for badges. So here they are. This is the second print test. This one was my first, and I didn't change a whole lot, just basically lightening or darkening some colors, like this frog here. The background wasn't pink enough, so I made it more pink. Background on this one was too dark, so I lightened that up, things like that. So I've basically been drawing frogs for days. So these are all for my conventions. I've got like a nice little like split up tray to put these in. So I'm happy with them now. I think the colours are good and the details are showing up. And yeah, I think some of these designs are really cute. Like that's the first time I've ever drawn a goose, so I'm pleased with that. So yeah, I'm not going to print any more sheets off yet. I'm going to make up the first ones and then make sure I still like them, because they are going to have a shiny film on, which won't change the colours much, but I still like to do it this way. So I've got my badge making press here, and this is the cutter that you use to cut them out with, and I've got all my little badge components in there. So I'm going to get on with this first batch now. Okay, so I've got all my paper pieces cut out now. So what I was using to cut them out on was this. It's just a little square piece of acrylic, and that came with my badge maker when I bought it. And you just put your cutter on it and use that. You can do it directly on one of these cutting mats, but I find it's actually more likely to slip on this than it is on that. So that's just what that is. And now to get into making the badges, I have to take the back pieces and I need to put the pin in myself. You can buy them with these two pieces together, but it is a little bit cheaper if you do it yourself. But I mean, it is really easy. It's just one of those things that takes a little bit of time. I'm sure some people who are like in a rush would buy them done together, but that's it. You just slot them in like that. So I'm going to do some more of these before I can start making badges. Okay, now I can actually start making the badges. So when you buy one of these, what you get is you get the components to go with it. You get these little metal discs. I've already got my backing pieces put together, and I've got my bits cut out. And then something very important, these, so they're your film covers. They're I think they're Mylar. They're just plastic to go over the top of your badge to protect it. Now those you have to be very careful how you store. I always keep them in the bag that they came in because you do not want them getting any dust or hair on them, because then you can end up trapping that inside one of your badges. So with this, it's dead easy to use. So you take out 2 pieces here and you pop in one of these little discs like that. And then you just take whichever paper design you've got. Like I'm going to start with this cute little froggy here. Pop him in. And then you grab one of the mylar pieces. Now make sure you really do only grab one. Oops, see, they stick together. And yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. But then I always check these to make sure they don't have any like hair on or bits of dust. And then you pop that in there. Yeah, that looks alright. And then you take these 2 pieces, pop it back on. But this top piece you take and you flip it up so it's like a little top hat. And then you just pop it down. And then, I'm going to have to try and do this one-handed. You swivel this round and you just grab the handle and pull. Oh, that was okay. So that's that one side done. And so you pop your badge, make sure this part is sticking up and, oops, yeah, not like that. And the badge part is at the back. So that goes down there first. And just sort of keep an eye on I have to keep an eye on the position that I put in. And then we take these 2 pieces and you'll see that this now is stuck in there. So it'll stay in there until we press it through. So what you have to do now is I have to line it up to make sure the badge sits straight. So I need to see sort of how level it is. And then I will put that on about there. And then we put on the little sort of hat shaped bit, but we flip it over and then we just pull. So it will be a little bit harder, so I'll have to move you to the side. Ooh, that is difficult one-handed. And then hopefully, as long as you press down hard enough, you'll end up with a badge. Isn't that cute? Oh, that one's nice. So yeah, it's really simple once you get used to it. And once you get going, you can get quite a rhythm. So I'm just gonna do all these 15 now. And then they are all done, and I really like how these have turned out. Some of these designs are new, like this one that says time for tea, and some of them were taken from things that I've done before. Like this little frog I did maybe a couple of months ago. You'll have seen him if you follow me on Instagram. And then, oh yeah, like when I did the paintings of my cats and I had Bramble sat on top of a pumpkin, I really liked that pumpkin so much that I ended up tracing over it and doing it in this style so I could turn it into a badge. So it's just on its own, no cat. I just really like that face. And then some ones that are new that I did yesterday is like this pink frog. This toad one that I just finished off this morning. I told you. I told you so. I've got a goose. Don't think I've ever drawn a goose before actually. So I thought that was really cute. And then a lot of it is just sort of more in keeping with my style. So there's a lot of sort of like mushroom related ones. Sort of in this sort of different illustration style I'm doing. Again, just on my iPad like I normally do. But I'm keeping things like I'm doing things a bit looser now, not as precise, like everything doesn't have to be symmetrical as much as I used to. I mean, some things still are like that. And oh yeah, I got this happy sunflower. This I did a few weeks ago. I actually drew this one day when I wasn't feeling very well. So I just sat in bed and I drew this sunflower. Thought that would be good. It fits, like it's perfect because, you know, it's round. Another frog. Frogs and strawberries. I don't know why, but I've just been doing them for designs recently. And I've got this one. You'll have seen this border before if you're on my Instagram, because I use it whenever I have an announcement. I usually put the words in the middle and use this border just so it looks nice on my Instagram. So that one says "Be one with the forest," and I have the autumny one I made with the pumpkins that says "Cottagecore Queen," since the cottagecore stuff is still really popular. And it's pretty much my style at the moment. I've realised that it fits in with that. So if you don't know what cottagecore is, it's basically sort of about thinking about going back to nature and just taking life a bit easier. And it's got like this very sort of like earthy aesthetic with lots of mushrooms and plants and things. It became really popular in 2020 because everyone was stuck inside. So yeah, it's a really popular style at the moment. And frogs are in again. And I have to admit they are cute. So I'm happy with all of these. I'm going to go up to the printer and basically just print off a load more pages now, and for the next hour or so I will just be making lots and lots of badges, because I've got 15 designs because I have a tray and it's got 15 slots, so that's why. And nobody else is going to care about this except me, but on an A4 sheet I can fit 15 badges and print them off in one go, and that makes me feel good. I know no one else is going to care, but I love it when things line up perfectly like that. So yeah, I'm going to go print and make lots of badges. Alrighty, those are all done and they look so good. I haven't made badges in a long time, so I thought, oh, it'll take about 2 hours. It's taken 3, so not very good at estimating. So I pressed almost 150. It would have been 150, but I had a few that the cutter slipped, and so I've cut into them. And then this one, I just wasn't paying attention. I was watching something on YouTube, and I pressed it wrong, and I don't know how, but yeah, that one didn't work. So I'll do some more another day. But 10 of each should be enough for my first con. If not, I can always make some on the Saturday night. Because badges always sell really well, I found. It's like one of my most popular items. So that's why I've been, working on 2 days making these badges, because I need to have them. Because it would be weird not to. I've always had badges, but I've always done a lot of fan art ones. I haven't done many sort of original, and that's what I want to go into, is just more of my original art. So yeah, but getting the badge maker, they are a good investment. In fact, does it have its? Ah, there it is. It's got the name of the site on its back. So yeah, you can I get them from a site called eBadges. That's where I got this from, and that's where I still buy all my components from. They do next day delivery as well, so if you're in a rush. But yeah, if you're an artist and you're thinking about getting a badge maker, they are always really popular. Badges are always popular, and it's a lot cheaper to make your own than it is to send your design off to a company and have them made for you. Well, while I'm giving out sort of advice and things, if you do end up doing, if there is anyone out there who ends up doing like conventions and you have one of these trays with like the little compartments in, you need to wash it. You need to wash it every 1 to 2 conventions, because the amount of like just bits of dust and clothing fluff, and it just floats down and it lands all in here and you don't see it's under your badges. So you do need to clean these every so often, quite regularly, really. Oh god, one time pre-COVID, there was a kid eating a chocolate muffin right next to my stall, and he got like crumbs in every compartment. Things before, we were really all gross before COVID. Oh god, it's so weird what we put up with. So I've got all my spares there because only 6 fit in each compartment, so I've got the rest there. I will put them in a nice resealable bag and take them with me. So yeah, that's how I make badges. Okay, so right before I pack up, I thought I'd show you some different products I've been working on. It is 11 o'clock at night though, and I'm cold, so I made some hot chocolate. So while that's cooling down, I want to show you these notebooks that I made. So you'll see that these frogs are the same ones that were on my badges. And I got these, I buy these sort of notebooks and they come just plain, but the covers are printable. Like I can print on these using my heat press. So I was testing that out either on Sunday or Monday, I can't remember. So I got 2 versions. This one, I did the big one first, and it did fade in the middle a bit. So it turns out my press isn't as flat as I thought it was. I have to put a couple of pieces of paper in to push up the center just to make it print, but I did that for the back, and that side printed just fine. So there's no fading or anything in the middle, and they look so good. They look like, you know, you would buy them in a shop. So I did one with the bigger checks on the background, then I did one where it looks more like gingham. And yeah, these are so cool. There are a few little faults though. So like on that strawberry, somehow in the design, the bottom got cut off when I was working in Photoshop, and it's done it on every one. So I do want to redo this pattern though. I think I can make a few improvements as well. Because in Photoshop, in the new version, there's it's got a pattern creating feature, which is so easy to use. Like it's such an improvement because you can move just a few pieces around, but it will fill the screen with what the pattern is going to look like, so you can actually see what it will be as you are working on it, which is so much better. Because the way I used to always do it was I would make the pattern square, like say I would have like going through these frogs, and I have to move everything manually, and like if it went off the edge of the square, I'd have to cut it in half and then move the other piece to the other side without like moving it out of line, and then I would have to open a separate document and then put the squares together and see if they fit, and if things didn't line up I'd have to go back to the original. It was a lot of work. So this new feature makes making patterns so much easier. So yeah, I will be making these soon. Not for this convention, not for this weekend, that's too much. But my biggest convention is actually in November, so mid-November, so maybe I can make a few of these to take with me. So once I've worked out all the kinks, it is a lot easier to print on the small notepads, so I might do more of those and just, yeah, see how it goes. But yeah, so cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have my chocolate now because like I'm gonna go to bed soon. I've been been out here for ages. So yeah, exciting. Right, so it is Tuesday night. It's like 20 to 10. I'm just taking a break for some badge making. Got my tea. Also got a donut. So I have been and done my sorry, sugar. I have been and done my Manchester convention, so I just thought I'd take a break and talk to you about that because I didn't get a whole lot of footage, but I can explain. So yeah, I was up, not, I was kind of up late on the Friday getting things done, and then because I'd been so busy, I was still tense, and so I couldn't sleep. So I did not get much sleep, and then I had to get up super early, so I was functioning on very little sleep. So yeah, got up really early Saturday morning, loaded up the car, managed to get that done before it started raining, but then it rained all the way to Manchester. Although the road in between sort of Sheffield and Manchester it's really nice. It's a nice drive. You kind of go past a few reservoirs and you see the valleys, and it's I got some footage of it, but it was a bit difficult since it was raining and my phone didn't want to focus on the view. It wanted to focus on the droplets on the window. So yeah, we got to Manchester and we got there in time to set up. Just and I got everything laid out. The only problem was at this place they'd put all the artist tables together, like right up against each other. There was no gap in between, which meant that the only way out of the row is you either had to like excuse yourself past every other person in that row, or you had to go under the table. And we were right in the middle of the row, and like it's too awkward to like make everyone get up and get out of your way because we were right next. The wall was like right behind us. We had maybe a meter behind our table, so we just did what everyone else was doing, and we just went under the table. Oh goodness me. So it was very, very undignified, really. Weirdly, this one didn't provide any chairs either. Usually when you book a table you get a chair with it. So yeah, no chair and no escape basically. But saying that, the convention was really good. Like really good. That first day, I didn't even get to sit down until gone 4 o'clock, and it opened at 10. So you can imagine how I was feeling. I was exhausted by the end of that day. I didn't even get to look round. We didn't even pack up till 6, so it was quite a long day. But it was so good. There was for me anyway, it was like a record-breaking day of sales. I've never sold that much in one day, which was great, but it also came with the problem of I ran out of stock. I had to come home and make more on Saturday night. And I dozed off a bunch in the car already. And then I had to come back, eat, and then just start making more stuff. I needed to make more pins, more badges, and more key rings. I would have made other stuff as well if I'd had time, but I was still going at 3 in the morning. God, I'm glad the clocks went back because that gave me a little bit extra sleep. But yeah, and then I had to get up and do it all again. So Sunday wasn't as crazy busy. It was good though. It was still a very good day. Like that Sunday is like what I would normally take on a Saturday. In fact, it was a little bit better. The convention overall was like it broke all my previous records for me. I haven't done a huge amount of cons, but I know sort of roughly what I take, and this one has been the best one ever. Which for this size, because I'd call this a medium size con, so that's really good. But yeah, then we drove back on the last night, and it was dark, and it rained all the way back as well. And I'm just like drifting up, in and out of consciousness. I could feel myself going in the seat. I'm like, and then I had to come back, and I needed to go into work for a bit. So that was fun. I'm like, oh. So I wasn't really functioning too well at all, because over the entire weekend, I must have got maybe like 6 hours sleep. And I'd been working the whole week before doing stuff, and it was a lot. It was a lot. So on Monday, I didn't do. I slept until 2 p.m. Well, no, actually, I woke up at 8 with horrible cramps. So that is like top 3 worst ways to wake up. I hate that. So I had some paracetamol, went back to bed. Then I woke up at 2, and then I basically just stayed in my pajamas for the most of the day because I was still so tired. The only thing I did was I got all my boxes unpacked of stuff, because when I packed up at the con, I just kind of put things in boxes. I didn't organize it super well because you're tired, and I knew I'd have to do a recount when I got home. I say a recount, I actually didn't count the stock before I went, so that's not good business practice, I know. So I counted everything when I got back. And yeah, I didn't feel like filming on the Monday. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the energy. I felt like a little bit ill from just like overworking. I can still sort of see around my eyes are still a bit dark. And then I've got to do it all again for this weekend. Thankfully this weekend it's not as far. It's like a 20-minute drive to the venue this time, so that's good. So yeah, I really didn't get much footage because it was just I didn't get a chance to like do much else apart from that first bit, and that wasn't even me. My dad did that for me because he drove me there. So yeah, I don't know how much I'll get at this one, because this one I'm in a hotel, and there's like a hall that everyone else is going to be in, and the artists are actually in the corridor, which sounds bad, but it's not. I've been there before, and it's actually quite good because everyone has to come past you going in and going out. So, and I say corridor, it's actually quite wide, so it's not, you're not cramped up in a corridor. I've done that. I know what that feels like. So yeah, I am currently making more badges because like I have to. I have to make up the stock because I've just found out that the tickets for the Saturday have completely sold out, which means it's going to be another busy day. So I'm guessing is because the age group that are mostly there are sort of like 14-year-olds, and I know kids younger than that who are having their injection, so they must be like, oh, I've had it, now I can go out and do stuff, and that must be what everyone else is doing. So yeah, and the badges sold so well, really well, which was good. None of them 100% sold out, but some of them got very low, and like I say, I had to make more on Saturday night. So yeah, big regrets there. So yeah, I'm gonna spend the whole week just making stuff, to prepare for this con and then the one after, which is the biggest con I'll have ever done. So I really, oh God, I really hope I have enough stuff. I wasn't expecting it to go this well. It's a weird problem to have. I decided to change 2 of my badge designs. So I did 2 earlier that were like, I used the frame that I usually have on Instagram, and I put some text in the middle. One was like Cottagecore Queen, the other one said Return to the Forest or something like that. Those didn't sell too well, and I'm not surprised because those are also my least favourite. Oh God. Okay, my phone just jumped off and was like, nope, not recording anymore, and it fell on the table. Oh God, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, new badges. Yeah, so those 2 badges didn't sell great. I didn't think they would. Like I said, they're not my favorites. So right now I'm working on making some more from these 2 because frogs are really in at the moment. So I've done some rainbow frogs. Oh, actually I've got some made up here. So there's one, he's got his little face at the bottom. And then I'm doing a blob frog. So, because I thought they were, oh, it's not picking up very well, but I thought they'd be cute. Because I'm going to have to put some footage in of these frogs that my mum made for me. Because I asked her to make some plushies. Just little one, like keyring style ones. Just because I found a pattern on Etsy that you can, you know, make your own up with and you're allowed to sell them. And they were so cute, so I asked her to make me some. She made me some green ones and she made me some rainbow coloured ones with some fabric that I'd bought. And those sold really well. People really like frogs. So yeah, if you're an artist or a crafter or a maker, frogs are in right now, like very in. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about what happened at the convention. Yeah, this one should be better. We'll have a bit more space because I don't really want to be going under my table again. It's like, ugh, you know, every time I have to go to the bathroom or something. No. Anyway, I'm gonna make up some more badges and then I'm gonna get off to bed. But right now I'm gonna enjoy my little break and finish off my donut and my tea. Right, so it is Friday night. This is sort of like my last chance to film this outro. Sorry if this vlog is late, because I still have stuff to make before tomorrow, before I go to the convention. So yeah, this might be a little late, so sorry about that. Yeah, I feel that this vlog's probably going to be a lot about making badges. I have been doing other things. I've been printing more of my wall hanging sort of things, and I've got a new one for, it says my pin collection, so I've just done a sort of like little rainbow one. I did some galaxy ones that say exactly the same thing. I would like to do more in the future with like different designs, but I think just these two for now, because that's all I've got time for, because I've actually run out of these. I sold several at the con, which was great, but it does mean I've had to like order more and like pay for the faster delivery. So for next week, so I've got another con after this weekend, so which is the big one, so I have to make as much stuff as possible for that one. So yeah. Oh, it's so much. That's so much to do. God, I don't even know what. I've got like a whole list of things left, and it is like 5:15 now. But the thing that I know I've got done is I have our snacks for tomorrow. That's it. That's it. Because yeah, you don't want to go to a convention without like taking some food, because you will just. I get hangry personally, but like it's not a good thing. I see people do it all the time where they don't take a break and go eat and drink. And just how do you manage? Anyway, yes, last con, very successful, and I've just found out that this con, all the Saturday tickets just sold out, and the Sunday tickets are very close to selling out. So it's probably going to be another very busy con. The place where it's at's alright, like it's right in the middle of Sheffield, so people, it's easy for people to get to, you know, with buses and trains. Car parking, so yeah, I've got that to do. I need to print some mugs tonight. That's what I'm doing next. And then yeah, just making sure I've got all my price labels. And anything else. It's just like always like a lot of little bits. Make sure I've got enough business cards to take with me. And yeah, just all the little extra bits that come with doing this. God. So yeah, it's gonna be another. I think it's gonna be a busy weekend. So yeah, I'm hoping I do well, because the better I do at these conventions, like the more like I might be able to get some Christmas stuff done in time, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the time scale of any of that. So yeah, if I seem a bit frazzled, it's because I am. Oh god, yeah, it's because I keep making to-do lists and then thinking of more stuff to go on the to-do list, so the to-do list doesn't end, it just keeps going. And now I'm just complaining about it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my vlog. I know it's probably a bit higgledy-piggledy with all sort of bits of footage that I've been able to take, but like kind of like the convention has to sort of take priority over the vlog, so you know, but certainly doing it once a week is easier. And on that note, I'm thinking about doing when next week there's only going to be one, and the week after I think I'm going to do another week where I just do one, because it's just because I'll be coming back absolutely knackered on the Sunday, because we're having to stay overnight, so I think it's just going to be too much to then like have enough footage for another vlog by Wednesday. That's not going to work. So yeah, I think I may as well just push it back, because I mean on Mondays, the next 2 Mondays I'll just be asleep. And the fireworks have just started, because obviously it's the 5th. So yeah, I'm not going to see any bonfire night fireworks tonight. I'm too busy. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed watching this particular vlog, and I will see you next time. Bye.